What is an interest rate? A concept that is very basic, but very, very important in your ability to manage money and ultimately grow wealth. So let's talk about it. Let's start at the very get-go of things. An interest rate is expressed as a percent. So that's definitely the just kind of peak area of understanding is interest rates are percentages. Now, within the family of interest rates, things can be broken down in essentially two forms. And I'm not going to come at this from like a mathematical textbook or anything like that, but just in a very real world sense, a practical sense. And the way interest rates are broken down, like I said, is summarized by basically two phrases. Spend money or make money. So interest rates can operate in two separate ways. Spend money, make money. Who does this pertain to? Well, you or I, just people in general. So we'll call it you though. I'm getting very, very ambitious and very, very creative with my names. You, that person's name is you. And you need to approach interest rates and just understand that again, it's either gonna be spending money or making money. So let's take the first one, spending money. And this is, maybe you've heard of these terms, maybe you haven't, but this is probably the two most famous ones are an interest rate on a home or an interest rate on a car. That's the best look. It's actually not very good. So there we go. Car, that's what that's supposed to be. Meaning this would be a mortgage rate. This would be an auto interest rate. So in order to get one of these, somebody would give you money. But because they've given you money, because you've taken on a loan, you have to what? Well, you have to now spend money because of that. So the interest rate, we'll just say 5%, and that's just a random number, but that would be the rate that you need to spend money at to either have a house or have a car or really anything. I mean, let's see, a TV. Come get our TV, and we have low interest rates. Well, that's an interest rate that is associated with, well, you have to spend money in order to get that TV. Don't ever do that, though. That's like really bad. Never finance a TV, which means take an interest rate out that's associated with spending money. On the flip side of things, though, these are the beautiful interest rates where you can actually make money. So what do I mean by make? Well, in this sense, probably the most common one is going to be a bank account. More specifically, a savings account. You will see, and if you want after this, run a Google search for best interest rates on savings accounts, and you're gonna see a bunch of percentages that show up. But the cool thing here is that you're actually getting paid that interest rate. So again, just taking a random number, let's say it's 3%. Well, in this situation, the bank is actually paying you 3%. So just to make the math really, really easy, if you put in $10,000, then the interest that they're gonna pay you, that you're gonna make, is gonna be $300. So kind of a pretty interesting concept here when you stop and think about it. You're thinking, okay, well, what do I have to do to make money with interest rates? Nothing. Well, you have to be able to save some money. So if you don't spend it all, especially if you're spending it on interest rates, well, then you can actually put it into a bank account, for example. Now, there's many other ways, but I'm not gonna go down those paths. But that's all you have to do. You have to be able to save it, you put it in a bank account, and then all of a sudden you are literally making money with those types of interest rates, which is kind of fascinating when you think about it. You literally don't do anything. You wake up the next day and you have more money. You didn't go break a sweat at a job. You didn't even have to work. You literally were making money while you slept because you had money in a savings account, a bank account that actually is paying interest. So moral of the story here, do your best to always be focused on these types of interest rates, ones that are gonna pay you. Now, sometimes it's unavoidable. I mean, like I said, the mortgage rate, which is an interest rate, mortgage rate, interest rate, same exact thing. I mean, that's something that is pretty commonplace because houses are pretty expensive. But like I said, going back to that TV example, never get a loan, never finance a TV. Because not only is that TV dropping in value, To think that you have to spend money on an interest rate while it drops in value, otherwise known as a depreciating asset, it doesn't make any sense, and it surely doesn't make any good financial sense if your overall goal is to grow your wealth, which is why I'm assuming maybe you're checking out this channel right now. But if not, if you're just kind of trying to understand what exactly an interest rate is, that's how it breaks down. Two categories. An interest rate is either implying you are spending money, or an interest rate implies you are making money basically while you sleep. Thanks for watching the video. If you are interested in the top 10 links that I use on a daily basis to manage, to control, and to build my finances and to make them efficient as possible, then down below in the description, if you're watching this on YouTube, description, if you're watching this on moneywithclay.com, then just down below the video, you can click on the link and that'll take you to these links that I use on a daily basis that really allow me to work smarter and not harder.